EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be picked up and slung down. Good tackle, back step up a long field ahead.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
The motion there, tight end Johnson. On the ground, this is Kendrick Miller. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll stay on the ground with Miller. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Here we go. Here we go. Steal. 10 black.
Throwing now is Rattler. He'll get that complete to Mason Tipton. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. Second and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. A play fake. Now Williams. Duvernay with the grab. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 9-yard line.
Yellow, 22. Ready?
Here's Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Red, 38. Set.
Rattler now, back to throw. Kick is out quickly to Olave. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
33. Red, cycle.
Now Rattler going to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
He brings this to about the 26-yard line. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
26 brings up second down.
Second and 7.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
Black shot. Ready?
Throwing is Rattler. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Miller. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
Come on, set. 10 black.
Shaheed in motion.
Ready.
To throw, it's Rattler. Now a screen set up for Miller. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Kendre Miller. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on second down. Williams moving left. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Saints out on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Third and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 26-yard line. What a run by Swift. 36 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is
to the goal line and in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Chicago.
Well, Mike, I know I might be a little biased toward the position, but I'm happy to see them go his way early on National Tight Ends Day. And of course, they're happy to go his way early and often in just about anything.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 23, here's 2nd and 5.
Set, ready. Yellow, 43.
They'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Third down, they need 5.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk
Olave
70.
is the motion man. Yard pickup there. It's good for a Saints first down.
Mike, do you want to convert on third down? get the ball in your hands of your best players. And this guy, he is a playmaker, whether it's out catching passes like he's used to or working as a runner instead.
They run out of the gun with Miller. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8.
30 feet, yellow.
They're going to toss it now to Miller. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Slow up that play behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long.
Green back. Ready, ready. 45. Watch, right. Will green.
Back to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. And he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
17 yards on the game, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Sudden change, so you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Powering forward, he's in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is taken in at the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Yellow.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's going to have the Saints 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Down the right sideline. And he will go all the way. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints. What a pretty touchdown Nothing looks nicer than a well-set-up screen, and that was executed to perfection.
Mike, the key to any successful screenplay is the timing between the offensive lineman getting out and where the running back is when he catches it. You'll see it here played out perfectly. He gets the escorts out in front of him, gets the key blocks he needs, all the way down for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Velus Jones now on the return. Past midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And not only a heck of a return, but it changes a little bit of the coach's strategy. You're thinking he's just going to sit on this score. He's willing to take it into the locker room for the half. All of a sudden now you get a big return. You got a short field. And this offense has a chance to steal some points here before halftime.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Right back to Moore, another grab. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pick.
And he's in. Goal comeback. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a 2nd touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year on his centers for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears will open up a 6-point lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, step plastic, sit. Green jack. Snap, red, set, huh?
Throwing now is Rattler. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. A run here with Swift. There goes Swift. 1st down and more. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. So, we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. The rain not letting up. It continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. Jones now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Mario Davis there on the play.
24-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. A play fake. Now Williams. And it's caught downfield by Ogunze. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
3 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss. You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
That's caught. It's the tight end commit. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
3-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Intended for DJ.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Swift. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. 3rd and goal.
Vegas!
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got his big tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown 10. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard
line. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Down. 45. Right.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. He'll try again here. Second and 10.
Let's go now.
A run out of the gun. It's Miller. And he'll bring this to about the 25. It was Kevin Byard that time to make the play. This is third and 6.
Black 40. Ready.
Looking to throw. Rattler. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line. And it's fourth down. The Saints will punt this one away, as he's on to punt for the second time. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On third down, it's Williams. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. Well done on that hookup. Good for a Bears first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Williams. That's a short one caught by Lovely. And he will get into the end zone. Austin Lovely. Touchdown, Chicago. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears tack on one more to their lead.
Bears 34, Saints 14.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Back ready. Black 95.
He'll get it going on the ground with Miller. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Olave is the motion man. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
3rd and long. Olave is the motion man. Here's a design run, and he's going to be stopped well short of the 1st down. Gain of 6, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th. And wind up turning it over on down.
It's a turnover on downs.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. He's got Loveland free left side. And he's into the end zone. Austin Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10. They're on 17-yard line.
Now Rattler going to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Miller. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Olave is the motion man. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Miller. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Olave is the motion man. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Black 40. Check pink. Ready?
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Play action. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Ready, ready. 52 blue. Ready, ready.
To throw, it's Rattler. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately for this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. To the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 99 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. Just a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You had no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
To throw is Williams. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll go again with Swift. They'll take this forward for about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage. and that's all.
A loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll take it in at the goal line. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right. Come on, set. 10 black. Steel black. Red, yellow, blue stripe. Ready.
Here's Rattler. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just when the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Red, ready. Cut.
Throwing is Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Yellow blue. Ready.
Rattler now back to throw. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked up by Kalen Johnson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
Number 1 rule of throwing the ball out to the boundary, Mike, you can't be late with the ball, because when you do, that's exactly what happens. Corner does a great job breaking in front, catches it in stride, and he could have just walked into the end zone. There was nobody in front of him.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From his own end zone, Rashid Shaheed. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Cut, cut.
Throwing now is Rattler. He'll get this out wide. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Six. Yellow, 22. Six.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
60 red. Green jack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. There goes what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down.
52 blue, white, white. Blue striking. Cut, cut.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught! And he is going to have the Saints first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10.
Now, faking the give. Rolling right. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Bears. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.